The first few days you have run on adrenaline. You've done that particular task without a fail every single day. But now it's gone. The initial rush of doing that task, the initial rush of motivation, the initial rush of changing the situation, the initial rush of becoming this different person, it's all gone. Now that same effortless task looks like a task and a half, even to begin with. For example, New Year's resolutions that didn't even make to the end of January. In the words of Mary Folio, success does not come from what you're doing occasionally. It comes from what you do consistently. So let's get something straight. Consistency and discipline, they are not the same. Discipline means doing something that is meant to be done without any fail. Discipline means doing something that needs to be done even when you don't feel like doing it. Whereas consistency is showing up for yourself even when it's not easy. For example, waking up early to study or to work, it's discipline. But waking up early every single day, even when you have nothing to do, that is consistency. But how do we really even get consistent? So in today's video, we are going to be discussing 10 actionable steps to achieve consistency. Number 1, set your intention. Nothing, and I repeat, nothing can be achieved over a period of time consistently if your intention is not right, if your intention is not set. The best way to set this intention is by asking yourself, who do you want to be today? If given a chance, you could change your life today, what would you be? Not 5 years down the line, not 10 years down the line. Today, what is it that you would like in yourself? The characteristics, the habits, the way you talk, the way you dress, what is it that you would like to change today? Create a list. Why do you want this? What is your personal reason? Write it down. All of it. Every personal reason you can think of, write it down. Because purpose will fuel consistency. Number 2, change your mindset. If you start doing something with the mindset of, oh, you need to do this, or you have to do this, or you should, or you must do this, you're setting yourself up for failure. Instead, every time you have to do something, you should feel, I am so lucky I get to do this, instead of I need. Don't make it a chore. Don't make it a burden on yourself. Oh, I'm so lucky I get to work out every single morning. I'm so lucky I get to spend 5 minutes in stillness every single day. I'm so happy I get to eat healthy every day. This is not a punishment. This is you getting to do something that you've always wanted to do for yourself. Number 3, time blocking, such an important tool. So I want to read every single day, but I don't have a specific time. So whenever I get time, I just pick up a book and start reading. Versus every morning, the first 30 minutes of my day, or every night, the last 30 minutes of my day are dedicated towards reading. And I am not allowed to do anything else. Which situation do you think somebody is more likely to succeed in? Time cannot be made. Nobody makes time. Time can either be taken away from you or by you. For things you don't want to do and you still do, time is taken away from you. And for things you say no to, time is taken by you to do things that you would like to do. So time block the habits you want to be consistent with instead of just doing them whenever. Number 4, go on autopilot. Trick your brain. When you wake up and you jump out of bed and go to the bathroom straight to brush your teeth, do you really think if I should brush my teeth today or if I shouldn't? No. It's just autopilot. You just do it because that's how you wired your brain. You know, as soon as you leave the bed, you need to go and brush your teeth. Similarly, you need to create a system. You need to build routines in a way where you don't have to spend time thinking. Instead, you should run on autopilot. The best way to build a habit, and personally something that works for me, is I always tell my brain that I have to do this for 21 days. So there are 365 days in a year. I only need 21 days out of it, and the rest of the year I can do whatever I want. But just these 21 days, I have to do this one thing. And I do it consistently. I do it, and if I fail, I would restart the 21 days from day 1. Or if I'm able to do those 21 days successfully, I will trick my brain into saying another 21, just for my ego, just to feel that I'm still in control of what I'm trying to do. And the thing is, brain will actually get tricked. Instead of thinking that, oh, I have to do this the entire year, just think 21 out of 365 days. That is it. Obviously, if you feel that there's still resistance at the end of 21 days, add another 21 days. If you still feel it's not natural to you, another 21 days. Spare so many 21 days for yourself unless it just becomes natural to you. And also remember, you're less likely to fail when your habits are stacked. So instead of thinking, I will wake up and do something, just think, as soon as I wake up, 10 minutes, I'm going to meditate. As soon as I wake up, I brush my teeth, I sit down with my book, I will read and sip on coffee. Just club things together and it's going to be a bit easier for you. Number 5, start with only one habit. I know, when you begin, you want to change everything altogether and then it all goes away. It is so natural. Your brain, you have to play with it, not against it. And your brain does not understand that you're doing something good for yourself. It just feels you're in danger because this is not your normal situation. This is not how you operate on a daily. So your brain is so confused that why are we doing these changes? So you have to ease your brain into it. You have to really get yourself in the groove of doing things instead of creating that resistance and failing. And whilst we know how to have a dialogue with our brain, we still need to be very realistic. So start small and then build on those changes. Don't overhaul yourself. So imagine your goal is to run a marathon and you have never even gone for a long walk. The first thing to do is get into your workout clothes every single morning and get out of the house. Even if you walk for 15 days, you cannot run a marathon the first day. It's just not possible. Well, you can, but it's going to have implications on your body. So you have to teach your brain to go 5 kilometers, 10 kilometers, 20 kilometers, just like that. You can't change everything about you overnight. Small steps, consistent steps, big results. Number 6, be accountable. You need to get a support system because the thing is, the ugly truth, we can convince ourselves of weird reasons that don't even exist to get out of any task we don't want to do. And these reasons, 90% of the times, they're not even true. So if you have a support system where you have to explain these things, you're less likely to just not do something because you will know how stupid it might sound when you have to say, oh, I didn't wake up at 6 a.m. this morning because I just was feeling lazy. No, if you're not waking up, you will have a reason instead of just because. So instead of feeling embarrassed, you'll end up doing that task, which you will need in the beginning of this whole experiment. And also, when you will feel stuck, your support system is the one that will help you come out of that rut. Your support system is going to lift you up. Number 7, reward yourself. You need to celebrate the small wins, the small progress. Otherwise, it's not fun, is it? You're more likely to quit if there's nothing to look forward to. It can be small rewards. It doesn't have to be huge. It does not have to be glamorous. You don't have to spend a lot of money. It can be treating yourself to a movie night. If you've done that task for 5 days this week, you can treat yourself to a movie night. Or you can take yourself for a little shopping spree. Or you can just have an evening doing absolutely nothing. Number 8, create a contingency plan. The truth is, you are only human and bad days are going to come. It could be in terms of emotions, it could be something else coming in the way, it could be something urgent that just popped into your calendar unannounced, it could be tiredness, fatigue, health, could be anything. And all of these things, they are inevitable. You cannot get rid of them. You don't have control over all of these things. So why not we create a little contingency plan for these things? If they do occur, how can we come out of them? We don't have to do the full routine, but we can find a little tiny portion of it to fit in our day. For example, you might not have 1 hour today for your workout. Do you have 10 minutes? Can you go after your meal just for a little walk? Can you just walk in your apartment? If you can't read 10 pages before bed today, can you read a little paragraph? Can you listen to an audiobook? Can you listen to a podcast? Because all of these things, it's still showing up for yourself. It's still consistency, even if it's not the full routine. And remember, not all days in a month are going to be the same. But out of 30 days, you should be winning. So you should be consistent for the majority of the days. Even if it's 16, next month make it 17, then 18, 19, so on. But you should be winning. So it should always be over 16 or at least 16 days. Number 9, use a system. You cannot rely on motivation because motivation is unreliable. Unfortunately, use habit trackers, time blocks, reminders, anything. And also use a system to track your progress, because if you only depend on motivation, unfortunately, it's not going to last. And a habit tracker, it's going to give you a dopamine hit, a rush, When you see it every single day and you see, oh wow, for 5 days I've been doing this consistently, let me mark another day of it. Number 10, and the most important, forgive yourself. Missing a day or two is not the end of the world. You have not ruined everything if you've missed a day, as long as you come back to your routine quickly. Don't let one slip become a spiral. There is just one rule: never miss the same thing twice. And if you do feel like quitting, if you do feel like this is something I don't want to do, go back to your why, go back to your reason, and that will be the tiny boost of motivation that you would need to stick around, because it will remind you why you started. The reason to do something should always be greater than the resistance, because until we get consistent, the dream life will always be fiction. And this brings us to the end of this video. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to smash a big thumbs up. If you'd like to stick around, don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and I shall see you same time next week. Thanks for watching. Bye.